Hi everyone, welcome to Beauty First in 10. If you're new here, hi, my name is Debbie and I'm excited to have you on my channel. And today we're going to go through some hot new drugstore makeup. There have been so many products launching in the drugstore space. Just every week I feel like there's a new product coming out. So I thought I would grab some of these and we could see whether or not we want to use these in the future and whether you should buy them. And I will tell you that is what I have on today. All of these products are cruelty-free. On my channel, I only show cruelty-free products. If you see things on my channel and you like them, know that they are all cruelty-free, and all of these products today are also vegan, which is generally how cruelty-free goes. Usually you get both kind of in a product, and this is going to be products like Covergirl, you have Physicians Formula, e.l.f. and NYX, and so we'll cover all of those today. And then you'll see a series of pictures that comes up, and so on one side of my face I'll have the product, and then the other side of the face I won't have that product on, so you can kind of see how the products look and whether they make a difference on one side versus the other. And we're going to go ahead and start off with this primer. So this is by Physicians Formula, and this is their Mineral Wear, which is kind of everything, Diamond Perfector Color Correcting Primer. And I'll bring this in and you can see that there's beads. So there's a purple bead, there's yellow and green. And, I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with the bottle. It's got kind of this diamond top that reflects light. And, it's a nice heavy duty bottle, but I'll show you what happens when you pump this out. So, okay, on here you can see that I got the yellow pigment. When you pump this out, you either get like pink or you get green or you get kind of this yellow color. You don't get all three. And I guess that makes sense, right? It's just a tiny little bead and you're just pumping it out. I guess if you pumped it out 3 times, maybe you get lucky and you would get both of them. But I feel like in order to really even skin tone, for me, I need the green because I have kind of redness undertone. But if you wanted it to brighten and you wanted just the yellow or you wanted the lilac for sallowness, you really just get one of those 3 beads and it kind of comes out as a liquid. It is pretty fast drying and it does kind of tack down pretty well. But one of the claims on this is that it leaves your skin glowy and luminous, and I have not found that to be true. So I'll show you the pictures here. But on one side of my face, it looks very mattified, and then the other side of my face, I look a little oily. But it doesn't do anything to necessarily brighten my skin. I do think it blurred a little bit, but I guess I was expecting when it says that it's going to leave you with a radiant, brightened skin, that it wouldn't be so mattifying on my skin. It did feel a little bit dry, but it is what it is. It was $13.48. I think I probably wouldn't repurchase this one again. I just haven't really found it to do very much for me. Another product we're going to talk about is this one by NYX, and this is their Buttermelt Glaze Soft Glow Skin Tint. This product I've really enjoyed. So you put this on underneath your makeup, or you could wear this alone. It gives pretty sheer coverage, but this with a concealer would, be enough for some people. And I got this one in cashew butter, which is actually a pretty good match for my skin. This is pretty good. I really have liked this. It doesn't give a ton of coverage, which you'll see in those pictures, but it just gives like a little bit of a glow and it's a little bit of a skin tint. So I feel like the title is pretty appropriate. This is $16, so it is a little bit on the more expensive side for a skin tint, but this does have SPF 30. So I use this as my sunscreen step. If you're going to do that though, make sure you put it on all over your face, not just on, like kind of the bottom half. You have to put it everywhere in order for it to actually protect your skin. And I will also mention that this has fragrance and limonene. Limonene is a fragrance and it is an irritant. It's related to lemons. So just a note, it's pretty low down on the list and you're probably going to have moisturizer and primer on before you get to this step, but I wouldn't probably put this directly onto my skin without something underneath it just because I don't want any irritation. And next is Hard Candy's Just Glow Luminizer. And I'll bring this in. I have the shade Rosy Glow. This is a good match for me. They have 2 other shades that are a little bit more on the bronzing side, and I have a ton of bronzing drops. Like I definitely didn't need that. But this one, you can either put it alone under makeup or just use it alone. You can mix it in with your foundation or you can use it as a highlighter on the high points of your face. So let's take a look at this and you can kind of see this bottle because I generally consider myself a pretty smart person, but it took me a while to figure out how to get into this because I thought this was an unscrew and then it looked broken, but it's a pop off. So just in case same thing happens to you. Just want to point that out. We'll put a little bit on the skin here. And you can kind of see that. We're going to just kind of move it out. But it's got a really nice pearl kind of glow. It mixes really well with foundation. And all these products that we talk about today did play well with other products that I put on the skin. And you can see there, it just gives a little bit of shine to the skin. I really like this product too. In the pictures, on one side I have it alone. And then on the other side, I have it with the Covergirl foundation, so you can kind of see what it looked like in both shades. But I haven't found a foundation, even my luxury kind of high-end foundations, that didn't play well with this product. I've been using this a ton. I really like this. My one note would be that when you're putting this on, you want to put it all around kind of the frame of the face, but then I usually use a dollop of regular foundation without the luminizer and put that in my T-zone, just so I'm not so greasy and oily throughout the day. So just one little note there. And then we're going to talk about this one. This is the Physicians Formula again, Mineral Wear Diamond Dust. And this is their Luminous Corrector Powder. Now, just a kind of note is that mineral diamond is not really good for your skin. It can be very abrasive. Now, in the primer situation, I did not feel that to be abrasive at all. So I think it's in small enough quantities that it's okay. But you know, they really claim to this diamond, and it's really not good for your skin. I mean, if you think about it, would you take a diamond and pop it all over your skin and kind of rub it with your ring? Of course not. So I'll bring this in. Again, I like the compact. It's plastic, but you know, it's got kind of the diamond look. But you can see that there's a little bit of that same green and lilac and yellow in there, a little bit of pink, some gold. But this is pretty luminous, and I'm just going to put this on top of the already luminous powder so you can kind of see that this again just, you know, adds a little bit of shimmer to the skin. Same thing, I would put this on kind of the frame of my face. I used my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder in the T-zone because I kept getting shiny today from all these luminizing products. I've had to apply that like 3 or 4 times. This one, it's okay. I don't know that I would rush out and get this one, but if you really want a glowy powder, then this definitely fits the bill. And again, cruelty-free and vegan. This one I was very excited about because I bought the Rare Beauty contour, and I'm interested to see if this is a dupe for that Rare Beauty liquid contour. So this is the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Bronzer and Contour. This was $7, and I have this in the shade Light 3. And I really like this. It is very pigmented, so just kind of keep that in mind. You want to use a light hand with this one. If you go in too heavy on this, it does kind of have this doe foot applicator, but really you just need very little. This is very similar to the camo blushes where they have just kind of a lot of pigment in there. So you can see that's like, I mean, that's pretty heavy, but it really kind of deposits. So you want to use a gentle hand with this one, use very little. I just put it underneath my cheekbones on both sides, and then I did my forehead as kind of a bronzer situation. This does have a natural finish, and I do overall like this. I think for $7, this is a great product. I will make a note that it does have rose water in it, and rose water is also an irritant to the skin. But again, as long as you've got other things on, I worry a little bit less about some of these irritants. Okay, next we're going to talk about blush. So this is CoverGirl's True Blend Skin Enhancer Blush Balm Stick. Let's take a look at this. I've actually really liked this. This is in Bubblegum Pop, and this is a really pretty shade. I wasn't really sure, you know, when I see these kind of pink shades, I'm like, oof, I don't know, like, how does that look? But this one actually blends into the skin really well, melts really nicely, and so it's really blendable, melts into the skin, it's buildable. I have several layers on today, so this is a good little stick. And this is $13, and it does come in 3 other colors. And they also have like a contour, and I think maybe also a highlighting blush balm stick that's kind of similar to this. So definitely check that one out. You know, it was cheap enough that I enjoyed that one. All right, next we're going to talk about this mascara. So this is CoverGirl's Super Cloud Mascara. This is a horrible product. So I really liked it. So it was supposed to be weightless, give some volume, be buildable, and be, you know, feel like air, you know, when you're putting it on. I got this in the shade black, and I'll kind of bring it in so you can kind of see. It looks really pretty on my eyes, but it maybe takes about an hour and a half, and then I just have two black smudges underneath my eye. This is not attractive. It is not smudge proof. It is not flake proof. This is a definite skip. I think it was $10, but I wouldn't even check it out to find out that. That was the epic fail in this as well. And you know, new mascaras are really hard. I have a video actually coming out where I rank all of the mascaras I have, like all 32. I get them a lot as like free samples, or they come with products like a set. I don't often buy mascara. I just happen to have all these, and I thought, gosh, there's so many of these that I don't use. Let's just find out, do I like them? Do they flake? Do they not flake? So that I can share it with you. Today I used two lip products. One that I'm like and one that I'm okay about. So we'll talk about the one I like first. This is the NYX Lip IV, and this is a hydrating gloss serum. This is both a lip stain and a lip gloss. So when you put this on, and I'll show you when we put it on my hand here. Only 17 other products on that hand, it'll be fine. Now, I did pick a shade that was a little too dark. I thought this was gonna be a little bit more sheer, but you kind of blend this out and it just feels like a lip gloss. But then after a while, when it fades, it will leave you with a lip stain. So that part is nice because sometimes, you know, it starts to come off and it looks really splotchy, and that's not great. And I think this is $13.48. Now, this one is by Covergirl, and this is the Forever Velvet Pigment, and I have this in the shade Roseland. Now this one, does feel a little bit dry on the lips. You know, it does dry to kind of a matte finish. It's the same properties. So this is a lipstick that is also a lip stain. So it goes on a little bit wet, as you can see there, but then you kind of blend it out, and then you're supposed to not move your lips for 60 seconds or, you know, smack your lips, and then it'll set. And then you can eat, you can do all the things, and it'll leave kind of that lip stain behind. So I've had this on for several hours and it's still there. So that part I really like. The part I don't like is this shade. So this is the shade Roseland, and they do have a lot of really dark shades. I think I would probably go for Cloud Nude or Dreamland, which are a little bit on the lighter side, which is kind of a better fit for me, but it is drying. So I would probably put a lip gloss on top of that, and that's what I did today. So I put this on and then I put this on top, just, you know, for extra effect. But I will link all of these products down below. I think there are definitely some products you should check out, and I think there's some that might be for some people, but maybe not for others. I will say that all of these glowy products together, I would not recommend. Like, I have just been having to like blot over and over again. I've put too much glow in today. And also too, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but I went to Walmart because they sell the hard candy line. And nowadays, I haven't been there in a while to buy a beauty product. Everything is behind a glass case, and you have to ring a doorbell that's on the wall, wait for forever for somebody to actually come to unlock the key, and then you kind of have to pick your products on the spot, and then they put them in a locked box that they then lock, and you take that to the register, and then the register, you can't do self-checkout. The register has to unlock your box and buy your products. Seriously? Is that where we're at? Maybe we just don't sell makeup then. So I really wish hard candy sold products anywhere else, because I try not to shop Walmart for that reason. And that is kind of how I ended up with a shade I didn't really like, because I didn't really get a lot of time to look at them. They didn't want you to touch the products. I don't know if I was going to do sleight of hand and get them in my pocket or something. And so I just kind of had to look, and I couldn't really compare them. So maybe don't buy your Covergirl stuff if you don't have to at Walmart, but literally anywhere else would be better. But I hope you guys hit subscribe and become part of the Beauty First in 10 family. I release beauty videos every Saturday and Sunday. And then my other love is NFL football, and I post those shorts on Thursday and Friday. But I love all things makeup, beauty, fashion, decor, you name it, I'm into it. So there's a lot of variety on my channel. And like I said, I have a lot of great videos coming out for 2025 that I am so excited about. And if you like this video, please give it a like and a thumbs up. I would super appreciate it. And I hope everyone has a great day and happy shopping.